It's fast-paced, at times brutal, and famous for its tight shorts and jerseys. And this weekend, Australian rules football will hold its grand final at the Melbourne Cricket Ground in front of 100,000 fanatical fans. Another 3 million people will tune in on television to a match which has become Australia's most popular sporting event. Yet the game still remains a mystery to most foreigners.
As a young kid, I used to dream of AFL. 5, 6, 7 years old. I used to watch TV, grand final day, massive. Australian rules football is the greatest game in Australia, and it is the national game.
Footy was first played in Melbourne in the 19th century. In recent decades, the sport has spread beyond its Victorian heartland. Here in Sydney, the GWS Giants is one of the newest clubs in the 18-team National League, founded in 2009. Together with their local rivals, the Sydney Swans, they are popularising a sport in a state long dominated by rugby league. I've come to see the Giants train and to learn how to do a hand pass and a drop punt, and try to understand why the sport has overtaken its more global rivals, including rugby league, as the richest and most popular sport in Australia.
We do, it's about 20 appearances a year where we go out and go to schools and so we spend, I think it's almost 10,000 hours cumulative about spreading the game of AFL. And since I started where I am now, the understanding of the game and the understanding of the brand of the Giants has improved enormously.
Last year the game had over 1 million participants for the first time in its history, and a trickle of foreigners have started to appear in the AFL, both as players and coaches, including Jason Holmes, the first player from the US, and Nick Walsh, a Gaelic footballer who's now a rehab and conditioning coach for the Giants.
From an international point of view, it's definitely growing. There's a number of players here now that are basically from Ireland, from overseas. Young Holmesy made his debut with St Kilda last week, and that's great. He's from the US. Mike Pike that plays with Sydney Swans from Canada. So it's actually international appealing for players to come over here and play a professional sport.
The spread of the sport across the country has bolstered its marketability. Last month, media mogul Rupert Murdoch jetted into Australia to personally sign a $2.5 billion TV rights deal. That deal has given Aussie rules bragging rights over rugby league and cricket and cemented the sport's claim to be Australia's national game. But to grow internationally, the sport needs to build a market beyond the core of expatriate supporters, and for now, that dream has a long way to go. Jamie Smyth, Financial Times, Sydney.